Hey, hey, hey. Hey, everybody. Hey, Mike. hmm Happy Monday. How's everybody doing today? Welcome in, and thank you for being here. So, how's your Monday? It's been a Monday all day. Hey, guys, it's I for me. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate you being here. How's your Monday been? How's your Monday? It's been a it's been a quiet day for me. Nothing big, nothing special. It's been a quiet day. Um, it's just been a Monday. Yeah. What's on your mind today? To be honest, there's not much on my mind today. I was wondering, oh, y'all got a lot of rain? Let's see. Yeah, we got rain. I'm trying to remember when we got rain. I probably should do a thing. We got rain yesterday. Was it yesterday before yesterday? We got a heavy rain. Okay. Okay, Mike. No worries, no problem. Um, but yeah, we got I think we got rain yesterday, day before yesterday. 'Cause yeah, I watered today. Um, I didn't water everything, but I watered the critical stuff today. And I will water again in the morning, the stuff that I didn't water today because we did get rain day before yesterday. And we got a good bit of rain. We've been getting showers almost every day. Not quite, but almost every day. So that's been what it's been looking like. Um, Let me see. Let me put in the weather. See where we are today. It's been hot, but it's not been. Um, I don't know what to say. um, I mean, it's been hot. It's been regular summertime hot. The mornings are pleasant. Um, the evenings are pleasant. There, it's not too bad. The humidity is still kind of high, but it is what it is. Um, anyways, um, conditions for Montgomery. Partly cloudy with a temperature of 84 degrees Fahrenheit. That's not too bad. The wind is blowing from the southeast at 2 miles per hour, and the current humidity is 79%. If we'd gotten a shower today, that 84 would be down in the 70s, but we did not get a shower today. But I ain't mad at it. I am not mad at it. Um, it's been I don't know. For me, it's been a lazy summer. I haven't done much. I don't feel like I'm getting much done, and I feel like I'm being lazy. So I mean, it is what it is. We are forecasted rain every day. It's still been in the 90s here. Yeah, and I expect it's going to be in the 90s. At least for another month here. Um, I mean, I think it'll start cooling off a little bit, but. Um, Yeah, it'll be in the 90s for a minute. Don't stop. Weather conditions for Fayetteville. Conditions are clear with a temperature of 70. 5 degrees Fahrenheit. Ooh, excuse me. The wind is blowing from the southwest at 5 miles per hour, and the current humidity is 92%. Yeah, that's kind of what ours was looking like. Looks like after the rain. It drops down into the 70s a bit. And but the humidity is higher. And we're still in the 80s, but the humidity is lower. Yep, today. So that's about what it looks like. I'm not mad at it though. Definitely not mad at it because um I have a hard time keeping up with watering. And so this rain has helped immensely with that. Um so I haven't had so far, I haven't lost anything this summer from lack of water, and I've been close, but I haven't lost anything from lack of water, um, just because the rain has been doing what it's doing. Um, I need to do a garden update video, but to be honest, let me tell y'all, the reason I haven't done a garden update video is because my garden is not doing much this summer. Yeah, I'm super grateful for the rain. Yeah, me too. It's not my garden hasn't isn't doing much. I haven't done much in the garden, so I don't have a lot out there. I've got onions, um, out there, some cow peas, lady cream peas, and pink eye purple hull peas, um, sweet potatoes, um, and that's all in ground, and then in my green stalks, I've got, my herbs and a few odds and ends here. Got a few cucumbers that didn't do a lot, but they're still hanging on. Got a couple of tomatoes that haven't done much, but still hanging on. Um, I got some green beans that haven't done much, but still hanging on. I do have probably some handful of green beans I need to go and pick um, in the green stalk. And then I've got my herbs. I think I said that already. I have my herbs. My herbs are doing good. And then I have my containers out on the patio that um, are doing fine. They're hanging in. They're doing fine um, out there. And that's about it. Like I said, I don't have much going on in the garden this summer. I just haven't done much, and I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. But yeah, like I said, it's been a lazy summer. Haven't done much. Um, I want to do a little bit more, but I just haven't had the energy to do much. Oh my goodness, I forgot about my peppers. Yeah, your peppers and tomatoes haven't done much, but still hanging on. Yeah, once the heat breaks, your tomatoes might come through. If you can keep them alive, um, during the worst of the heat, once the breaks, they may come through. Tomatoes, because I mean, you still got a while before first frost, so there's that. But yeah, I had this one pepper. I still have it. It's out there. And it was doing so good. And I was like, let me go pick these peppers. And I didn't go. And then the next day I was like, I got to get out here and pick these peppers. And I didn't go. When I went out there the next day, a hornworm had pretty much decimated my pepper plant. Um, so yeah, that part. But the plant is still hanging on and it still has flowers on it. So hopefully I'll get some peppers off of it. It was pretty. I forget what it's called. It's a sweet pepper. It's a yellow sweet pepper. I forget what it's called. I forget the name of it. This one I picked up at the store. I picked up the plant. It's not from seed, but yeah, I messed around and I did not see that. I didn't go out there for a couple of days, and so I did not know that hornworm was on there. And it went to town. I was like, oh, I was not happy about it. Um, that's my second. Hey, Jamaica, thanks for coming in. That was my second hornworm of the season. The first one was on my I don't even know what kind of tomato it is. On the tomato that I have out there, I caught him before he did too much damage on the tomato, and but this one got a good meal off my peppers. But I mean, it is what it is. And I have a couple more peppers out there. They're not doing much. But I mean, they're hanging on, so I'm not mad at them. Really, I'm not. Like I said, it's been a lazy summer. I haven't put in a lot of energy. I haven't put in a lot of work in the garden, so I'm just happy with what it's getting given me. Now, inside my hydroponic gardens are are out the chain with basil. Let me get it right, with basil. Um, I just harvested. I have holy basil and lime basil growing inside, and I just harvested lime basil yesterday. I meant to do a quick picture of it, but I didn't get to it. But I harvested. It's drying. And I got a bunch. I have a whole bunch. And so I've been drinking tea. I've been making tea with the holy basil, the lime basil, and the Jamaican sorrel. Um, and but yeah, the like I said, the basil in the hydroponics is going crazy, absolutely crazy. The holy basil is ready to be harvested again, so I need to harvest it again. And the tea is good. It's so interesting. I was not sure that I would like the flavor profile of it, but the tea is good. Like I said, I've been using holy basil, the lime basil, and Jamaican sorrel in the tea, and it's a nice it's a nice little blend. Um, um, it's supposedly anti-inflammatory. I don't know if that is true or not, but I can tell you that it will send you it'll work your kidneys. It'll flush your system. Put it that way. It'll flush your system. Seems like when I drink it, I go to the bathroom more often, but I don't know if that's really the tea or if it's just not, I don't know if it's really, I don't know if it's a causal or if that's just a coincidence and, or, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what the words are. I'm trying to say, but do you enjoy basil tea? No, I haven't had straight basil tea. Um, but the lime basil is really good. It smells so, it has a nice lime fragrance to it. And it has the basil undertones too. So, but it's pretty good. Um, but yeah. And then, I love my hibiscus tea or my Jamaican sorrel tea. And so I've been having that pretty regular too. And so I thought, that's why I decided to mix those together. But I put a little bit of lemon zest in the tea last time I made it, and that was pretty good too. Um, Only because I didn't really want to put the lemons in it because I like to make my I like to make lemonade, and when I make my lemonade, like this week I had cranberry lemonade. Um, Y'all, if y'all don't use fresh cranberries, when fresh cranberries go on sale, I usually buy 2, 3 bags and pop them in the freezer. And I like cranberry flavored things. I like cranberry sauce, so I'm gonna make some cranberry sauce. I've got 2 bags. I've got 2.5 bags left in the freezer. So I'm gonna make some cranberry sauce with some of it. But I like cranberries too, and so like the other day, I think I showed a picture of my oatmeal the other day, and I think I was asking the question, was it breakfast or was it dessert? Because I had oatmeal with um um blueberries and cream, just heavy cream. And oh my goodness, it's real good. And I probably need to stop eating that because yeah, but it's really good. Um, but yeah, I put but But then the other day, as I was finishing up my oatmeal, I realized I was almost to the bottom of my cell. I was finishing up my oatmeal, and I said, "Oh, I don't have any more blueberries, but let me use some cranberries." And so I did the same thing. And I just take the cranberries and I sprinkle just a little bit of sugar on them and put them in the microwave and pop and cook them in the microwave until they pop, just until they pop. And then I stir that into my oatmeal. Oh my God. I love cranberries, so yeah. But I mean, you could use cranberry sauce for that because that's all cranberry sauce is anyway. Or you could just use the fresh cranberries. I just don't. But I cook them until they pop, and so they're soft. Um, and in the oatmeal, oh, that was so good. I have some cranberries in the freezer. I love making cranberry sauce. I like cranberry sauce too. And the other thing is, I like cranberry sauce on weird things. Maybe not weird things, but I like cranberry sauce like on sandwiches. Um, like if you're making just a sandwich, I like cranberry sauce on it. I like the sweet and sour and tart and savory, just together. Um, um, but yeah. But if you're not buying fresh cranberries when they go on sale, you should because one, cranberry sauce is very easy to make. Um, if you like cranberry sauce, it's very easy to make either the whole berry sauce or the jelly sauce. Super easy to make. I like mine with the whole berries, so I don't blend them up. But you can use an immersion blender to blend them up. I think I have a video of me making cranberry sauce or two, um, a video or two of that. And the other thing is cranberries are good in other things. Like I said, I like cranberries in my lemonade. Um, um, I like cranberries in my oatmeal. Um, and there are other things. I mean, I have recipes that use cranberries. In the fall, I think I have a couple videos of me making pumpkin bread, and you can make that pumpkin bread out of several of those winter squashes will work for that. I've used the Kusha squash to make it before. You can also make sweet potato bread, pretty much the same recipe, and substitute sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes are a little bit dry. Ooh, a cranberry tincture. That's nice. Yeah. But yeah. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out some things. Y'all can help me if you want to. I am really frustrated right now because my weight's out of control, which means I'm out of control, which means I'm not happy. It's like I am just not happy. It just seems like it's been inching up little by little, creeping up little by little. And at this point, I think I probably have said it on here, but I've gained almost 50 pounds and it's driving me insane. I'm trying to figure out how to get myself back on track. I was doing really well when I was doing low carb, but it was not sustainable for me. Um, and I mean, that's just the truth of the matter. It wasn't sustainable for me. And so I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. And it's frustrating. It's really, really frustrating. Um, because I feel like crap. Not only have I gained the weight back, but I don't feel good. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to talk to anybody. And I contemplated not even coming online because it's like, why do I want to go online? I don't want to go online. I don't want to see anybody. I don't want anybody to see me. Yeah, it messes with your head. Um, for me, in a big way, it messes with my head. It's not just um, anyways, I need to stop talking about it before I lose it. And I don't want to lose it. So we'll move on to that. But anyways, any suggestions for me, any encouragement for me is welcome. Um and it just is. Um I was oh yeah, breathe. Breathing is the first step to living. I don't know why I have to keep reminding myself of that, but I do. I do. Just keep breathing. Just keep breathing because something, um, things will change. Things will change. Oh my goodness, I was listening to NPR today. I don't know if you guys have heard about it or not, and I'm not going to get into much detail on it either because I don't want to get in trouble, for controversial subjects or whatever that's called. But I forgot what it was called. I forgot what it was called. Give me a second. The same things that started happening to me. I just started fasting most of the day and getting on my treadmill every day and getting on my rebounder. I do have a rebounder. I don't have a treadmill. And I need to get on the rebounder. I need to just get outside and walk. I need to just get up. I need to do a whole lot of things. Anyways, yeah, yeah. Yeah, fasting most of the day. Yeah, fasting works. Unfortunately for me, I just don't have the willpower to do that. I think low carbing really spoils you because when you're doing low carb, you can eat as much meat as you want and you can eat meat whenever you want. So if you get hungry, you can just eat meat and you can eat as much as you want. The thing about it is with me eating meat and as much as I want, I don't want a lot. And so I don't eat as much. But if I eliminate if I eliminate the grains and most of the carbs, and just eat meat, then I simply don't eat as much by virtue of I can't eat that much. I mean, I could eat a big old steak, but at some point it's like I can't take another bite of this. It's not even that I'm full. It's just the idea of chewing another piece of meat makes me almost gag. And so it's like, so you just don't, and you're done. You're just done with it. And then your appetite is not there. So you don't want to eat as often. And so that kind of spoils you until you're not doing it anymore. And then when you're not doing it anymore, it's like, I'm hungry, I want to eat something. And then, but just like, I can't eat anything because anything that I eat, you know, is going to, one, cause inflammation, and I feel the inflammation in my body. I can feel it. And then Ugh, I said I wasn't going to talk about it anymore, so I'm gonna let it go. Because I feel like I'm just making excuses, and that I'm just ugh. Okay. I'm done. Um, yeah. On your rebounder, are you doing do you have what's the word I'm looking for? Routine. Do you have a routine or your rebounder, or you just get on it? I have never done a rebounder routine. I usually just set a timer and I'll get on it for so many minutes and then I'm off. And I haven't been on it in forever. I don't even remember the last time I was on it. And that was the other thing too. I was going to PT twice a week and I was doing really good going to PT, and then the doctor didn't give me another order for PT, so then I'm not going to PT anymore. And so I was like, well, I'll go to a gym. And I promise you, I sat down and I filled out all the paperwork to join this gym that's right up the street from where I was going to PT. So it's not like it was out of the routine. I was in the routine of going anyway. So it's like, well, I can just go to the gym instead of going to PT. I can do the same exercises, I can do the same machines, blah, 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 blah. Filled out all the paperwork, went up there and visited one time, and I never turned the paperwork in and never joined. In fact, it's probably sitting right here beside me where I filled it out. And I was like, I'm going to go and I'm going to go and I'm going to just start going and doing the PT. And I mean, going and doing my PT routine at the gym and, hitting the machines and da da da. Yeah, that part. And then I was like, most of the exercises that I was doing in PT, I could do it at home. Well, I said, I'll just do them at home. Yeah, that part. Anyways, you just get on it. Yeah, that was me too. I would just get on it and do, I'd set a timer on it and do my thing. And I enjoyed it, honestly, when I was doing it. So, yeah. But yeah. But that's what I'm struggling with right now. Um and and I don't want to struggle with it. That's the other thing. I don't want to struggle with it. So yeah, I don't know that 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I really don't know what I'm gonna do. Um, but it's okay. I mean, it's life. It's life. It's been my life anyway. It's been my entire life. So I don't know what lymphatic drainage is. Um, I probably need to do that. I do have a vibration plate that I used to use. It's supposed to help with lymphatic drainage. I got it actually to help with my bone density, but I haven't even been using that. And I really do need to get back on that because they really do help with your bone density. Um, I think I'm not a doctor, so I'm definitely not giving medical advice. But yeah, I don't know. You found some videos on lymphatic drainage on YouTube. Okay. One of the weird things that has happened to me um, is that my arthritis is not bothering me as much. Now, don't ask me why. I don't know whether it's the weather or what, but I'm having fewer and fewer days where I need to take anything for pain, um, for arthritis. In fact, I don't remember the last time I took anything for my arthritis, which means I'm moving around. I'm not moving much, but the things I need to do around the house, in the house, taking the garbage out, going to the mailbox, those little things, I am not in pain, and I don't need my cane near as often, which is like, why is that when I'm 50 pounds heavier? I don't get that. I guess I should stop saying 50, but really it is 50. It's more than 50 from my recent lowest weight. Um, so I'll say that number because it feels the most accurate to me right now. That may be different. It may be different at some point. I found the videos on YouTube. Okay. I will check them out. Maybe that's something I can do. Um, I was fasting most of the day for a while, and I don't, I'm not, consistent with that. Um, and I'm particularly not consistent with it when my schedule is wonky. That's the other part of it. My schedule is pretty wonky. On Monday nights when I do the live stream, I usually don't get to sleep before 3:30 or 4. And so I will sleep relatively late. Um, but when I wake up, I'm starving. For some reason, that day on Tuesday morning, when I wake up, I'm usually starving. And so that day really throws me off. Um, and then it usually takes me another 2 or 3 days to get back to a normal sleep schedule. My normal sleep schedule is not, um, I mean, I usually don't go to sleep until around 1 or 2 anyway. But when you push it back to 3 or 4, then I mean, it's significant. So, anyways, it takes me a couple of days to get back to my normal sleep schedule and my normal eating schedule. And so I think that has something to do with it. Um, but this is the time when I usually do my live streams. And I've thought about changing that to a different time. Don't have a different time in mind. Um, I pretty much like the late night crowd. I mean, there's not a lot of people who come in anyway. And I know you guys, um, but I enjoy the people who do come in. And so there's that. um, but it does throw my sleep and eating schedule off um, a little bit every week. And so I think that's contributing to, me not having a regular schedule and sticking to a regular plan. I don't know. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's just in my head. See, that's why I don't like to talk about it because I question everything. I question myself so much about it. It's like, what the heck is going on with you, woman? So, anyways, it's life. I think that's big enough. I'm making a headband, y'all. I'll show it to you in a minute. Um, do a couple more rows and we'll be done. Making a headband. Actually, it's almost done. It's just a headband. It has an elastic band on the end. I'll connect it to the end. I've got I made a orange one. I think I've shown you this one before. And I've made a blue one. This one's a little bit wider than those. I think this one is 12 stitches wide. I think those are 10 stitches wide. But it is what it is. There's no pattern for it. Um, I saw somebody had made one. I didn't see a pattern in it for it, and so I just bought some elastic bands, um, and I just started making them. I start with one end, um, and attach it to the band, and I do the rest of the way, and then I'll attach it on the other end. And I like them. Um, put this on. So it's easy. Oh yeah, and it's pretty stretchy. Actually, I probably should stop that one. I think it's pretty stretchy. It goes on pretty easy though. So yeah, but that's what I'm making, and I think I'm gonna stop because I think this one is big enough. My head is big, so I forget that when I'm making stuff. Sometimes I'm like, "Oh, you got a big head. Don't make them to fit you. You got to make them to fit somebody else." But yeah. So that's what I'm making, and I'm only making it because I just wanted to do something with my hands. Sometimes I just feel like I need to do something with my hands, um, and that's what I was feeling. So, um, let's see if I want to do that with one stitch or two. I think I want to do it with two, so it'll be stronger. Yeah, and like I said, I don't have no pattern, so I'm just trying. I'm just figuring it out as I go, which is, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. It is just a thing, you know. It's just a thing. So, and that means no tour, like, but then I'm not trying to make matches. I'm just, I don't even know why I'm making it. I'm making it because I got some yarn and I had a hook in my hand, and yeah, that part. I don't like that stitch. Okay, one more time. So I'm doing the attaching a stitch to the attaching it to the rubber band on the other end stitch, and I'm like, well, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like the way that looks, and it doesn't really matter. That's the other thing, because I mean it's in the back, it's underneath. It doesn't really matter, but it's like I don't like that. I don't like that. Maybe do it this way. Um, but yeah. But anyway, thank you. Um, like I said, I saw them where somebody had done them, had made one, and I thought it was nice, and so I decided I would do that. Oh, that ain't working. Oh, no, it's gonna have to be that way. Anyways, I was trying to figure out how to attach it, but I guess it's gonna have to be this way. I thought I could, yeah, it's just a single crochet. I thought I could do a slip stitch, but you can't really do a slip stitch. Um, so it's a single crochet. But that's fine. Anywho. But yeah, I just wanted to do something to keep my hands busy. Um, um, and I wanted to make another one. I'd made two. I wanted to make a third one. And so here we are. We're at the third one. Um, and last two stitches. So single crochet and last stitch. There we go. And we're done. It's interesting because, yeah, done. This one's a little bit smaller, and I wanted it to be a little bit smaller, so we're good. And I just need to finish that off. Where's my... I had it right here beside me, and now I can't find it. Oh, there it is. I was like, where's my bag? I have my bag, my little crochet bag. I have so many bags. I don't know if I ever told y'all where I got these bags from. You see this bag? I have a bunch of them. Here's another one. You see this bag? They're cute, these bags. Years ago, and I mean years. And they're still doing it. I did the Ipsy subscription, which is mostly makeup, but it's also what is it? I forget what it's called. But anyway, it's makeup and cleansers and things for your face, routines. Sometimes it has colognes, stuff in it. And you can kind of you can customize it to what you like. But I did it. When they first came out, they were $10 for the bag, and every bag had at least 10 different items in it, and one of them was a full size. And I did it, and it was like I said, it was years ago, and I did it for about a year, so I got at least 12, maybe a year and a half, 12 or 15, maybe even 20 of these bags. And I love these bags. I use them for everything. And I also use them as gifts. I have several goddaughters and um, nieces that for their little anytime they were around, I would take something and put in a bag. I'd find one of these bags and I would fill it up with little things for them. And sometimes it would be like chapstick or nail polish or things like that, but sometimes it would be like markers and pens or glitter, stickers, just things that were kid centric. I'd make a little activity bag out of them. So they would have like a little pad of paper, and some markers and some stickers and stuff to keep them quiet in the car, or I'd put little toys in it. I use these bags for so many things. And now I think this one has, I don't know what this one's in. Oh, this one's just got nail stuff in it. Um, and then this one has got crochet stuff in it. But yeah, I gave so many of those bags away, and a lot of the stuff that came in it, because a lot of the stuff I had no interest in using. But at the time I had preteen and teenage goddaughters, and so some of the stuff they were interested in. And so if I thought it was appropriate, I would give the things away. Like, I'd give them the little mascara, some of the eyeshadows, some of the lip glosses and things like that, or the cleansers. I love, now the cleansers are the things that I mostly kept. But yeah. Hey, oh my goodness. Thrive? Thrive. Trying to make sure I get it right. Thanks for coming in. It's good to see you. Good morning. Yeah, it's Tribe. Okay, okay. Uh, hey, Tribe. Yeah, it's morning, almost morning here. It's 2 minutes till midnight. I'm in Central Time. So, yeah. But yeah, that's where the bags came from. And it's funny because I still get the notifications from them. And from time to time, it's like, nah, not really. I did enjoy, you changed your channel name. Okay. Um, I enjoyed the ability to try different things. And there are a few products that I got in one of those little bags that have gone on to be staples. No, not a lot. Um, so you changed the channel name. Okay. All right. Formerly known as Experience Africans. Okay. Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Um, it's good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. But yeah, that's where I got those bags from. And they're, like I said, they're handy. Like I said, I have, the one with my crochet stuff in it. I have the one with my nail stuff in it. So when I'm traveling, it's really nice to be able to just grab the bag and go. And you have what you need in there. And it's just a good thing to keep up. But yeah, that. But yeah, I finished it. So this one is just, think they call this one window pane stitch, which is double crochet, chain one, double crochet, chain one, and then it's just a repeat of the row. This one is a V stitch, which is another kind of open one. And then this one is just double crochets. So yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah. And I finished it, so, but I like them. I think I'm gonna make a let's see if I can get my yarn together. I think I'm gonna do a hat. Let's see what hook I want to use. Memberships open. If anybody wants to be a member, I think I did a members only video today. I probably will. I don't know. I might. I don't know. It may end up being members only. I don't know. It's so funny. Sometimes I do a members only video and I know it's going to stay members only. But members also get early access. So sometimes I'll just put up a video up for members, and then I'll decide later that it's just an early access. But members do get early access. Usually at least 12 to 24 hours in advance. They get to see any videos that I put up. Going good, sleepy, supposed to rain. Yeah. What's your weather looking like, Mike? Yep. I did not know that this was in here. This does not belong in here. This is my Sharpie paint pen, and this is what I use to do my tags in the garden because it doesn't fade. A lot of the markers that you get for tags fade, and so at the end of the season, you don't know what's what. But the paint, that paint pen, that Sharpie paint pen, it does not fade. I can't see it. There it is. But I cannot. I cannot. Uh, can y'all read it at all? Yeah. Anyways. Maybe if I turn it the right way, y'all can read it. Anyways, trying to remember where I've gotten them at. I don't remember. I don't know where I picked it up at. Probably got it off Amazon, but I think you can find them like at Walmart or any place that has school supplies. I'm trying to decide what I want to do. I know what I want to do, but I don't know that if I can do it. Um, ouch, that hurt. I'm looking at the screen. Looks like something weird is going on. I hope not, but sometimes. Uh, Nightbot is dropping Mike's channel. I know y'all are connected to Mike, so thank you, Nightbot, for doing your job. I was talking to my son the other day. Some we have relatively new neighbors. They've moved in over the summer, so he doesn't know them, and and I was telling him, they were out there and they were painting. You know how the seniors will do senior on the back of their cars windows, and then they were out there painting, and he was like, "Oh, they're upcoming seniors," and I was like, "School has started." He was like, "What?" And I was like, "Dude, it's August. School always starts in early August." He's like, "Well, they're gonna get out early." I was like, "They get out in May," and he was like, I can't believe school's going back. And it's so funny because he just got out of school. I mean, he's just got out of school, but the summer got away from him too. And it's like, yeah, school's back in. School buses are running. Kids are back in school. It's over. But anyways, he was like, what? I was like, yeah. So hence I'm dropping the 136 days until Christmas. Can y'all believe that? Um, it's like I went to Costco the other day and they had Halloween costumes out. This was actually a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, it's July. And then I'm like, oh, it's July. Yeah, Halloween costumes are out. Um, Christmas decorations are out. It's like it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Seems like time flies. It really doesn't, but it seems like it does. Um, yeah, it really does seem like it does. Um, but it is what it is. I was talking to my husband and I was like, Actually, I sent a message out to the family and was like, is anybody interested in doing anything special for the holidays? Y'all want to go somewhere? You want to do something? And a couple people answered back, but they were like, Mom, why are you trying to plan something so early? It's so early. I'm like, dude, it's past time for planning. You need to be locked in already. You should already have your reservations made. It's late. If we're gonna do something, you need to get your time off scheduled. You need to get it on the clock, or it's just not gonna happen. You're gonna be beat out. You're gonna be the last one asking for vacation days off, and they're gonna say no. I don't want to do that. I don't know if I can do this or not. I'm trying to do some color changes, and it's warping my brain. It's warping my brain, my brain, my brain, my brain. Okay. Let's see if we can do this. But yeah. And the funny thing about me and planning things like that, I I was sitting there and I was, looking at some stuff and trying to figure some things out, and I was like, I don't want to do this. I don't know how to do this. So I think I'm gonna go to a travel agent and and let them do the work. Like, just give them the thing. Like, this is what this many people, this many days. This is the budget. This is what I want to do, and let them do the rest because I was like, I just don't feel like doing it. That's what I did for our trip last year when we went to Puerto Rico. I went to a travel agent. I mean, I could have planned it myself, and I probably would have spent less money, but it was so much easier um, planning for 5 people to let somebody else do the work. And I think I'm going to do that this year too. I don't know if we're going to do a holiday, um, and I don't know how many people it'll be this year, but um, I mean, I don't know if we're going to do it over the holidays or after the holidays or what, but I think I'm going to go to a travel agent um, because I just cannot see myself doing all that, doing the work. That's one thing that I enjoy traveling. I really do, but I do not enjoy planning it. So yeah, exactly. I want to go to New England. I ain't gonna lie. But we're not gonna do that in the wintertime. So that's gonna be a next summer thing if we do it. Um, or springtime thing if we do it. Um, well, no, probably early summer, not springtime. But yeah, I want to go to New England. I've never been to in New England, and so that's something that I want to do. Um, and then the other thing I want to do is I want to go to Greece. I've always wanted to go to Greece ever since I knew there was a place. I mean, even when I was a little kid, and it's like I want to go to Greece. I want to go to Greece. So, but that's also not something that we're going to be doing this holiday season, or coming up this winter. That's something that I need to plan at least a year in advance. Um, but yeah, do you guys use travel agents? Do you plan your own? Um, or do you do a combination of both? Do you travel? I mean, guys, some people don't travel. There's a couple places that I want. They're not really bucket list things, but like I want to go to Greece. I want to go to Canada. I want to ride. I want to do a cross country train trip. Not cross country, but I want to do a long train trip um, in Canada. Get on the train and see some of the countryside. Um, uh, uh, you're not too poor to travel, Mike. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I used to think I was too poor to travel until I started traveling and I realized it didn't cost that much. Like it really didn't cost that much. Now I have to admit, a lot of the travel that I did it in conjunction with work, and so that made it cost less. It's like if I was going, for example, I was going to Montana for work, and so I took off some extra days and did some sightseeing while I was out there. And so I didn't have to pay for the trip out. I just had to pay for the sightseeing part of it. And so that did make it less. And I did that with a lot of trips. A lot of times if I was going for a trip for work, then I would stay a couple extra days to do some sightseeing or that kind of thing. But also it's it's cheaper to travel than most people realize, and it's a lot cheaper to travel out of the country than it is to travel in the country. And I know people don't believe it, but really it is. Um, I've gone out of the country several times, and I promise you, it is way cheaper. Something's going on here. I figure out what's going on here. It is way cheaper to travel outside of the country than it is to travel in country. In parts of the country. Parts of the country are just. I mean, like to go to Atlanta can cost you a mint. Really, it can. Um, I can go to London for what it costs to go to Atlanta, pretty much, and I'm close enough to drive to Atlanta. But yeah, and New York is like out of the budget, completely out of the budget. Um, oh, that ain't right. I don't know what I'm doing, but yeah, I'm pretty much a homebody, a homebody too, Mike. I feel like I am, but I know y'all feel like I'm not because I do travel several times a year, um, and I've been on the road. What this year I've done 4 road trips. Is that right? One, two, three, four. Yeah, 2 of them to Texas. So, and the Texas trips, those were turnaround. One of the Texas trips was a turnaround trip, and I don't ever want to do that again. We went. I think we left on a Sunday and came back on a Wednesday. It was like, or some, yeah, that, or left on a Sunday and came back on Tuesday. Yeah, it was like a quick turnaround trip, but and that was a long drive. But it was 2 people driving, and we went for it wasn't a vacation. It wasn't a holiday. It was we went for a reason. Still, it was a good trip though. It was a good trip. It was a good drive. I had a good time. Got to spend some time with my son. Um, yeah. So, anyways, I'm changing colors, but I don't think I'm doing this right. I don't think I'm doing it right. I think I'm gonna do that. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna attach it right here, and then I'm gonna change it to the corner. Yeah, I'm not sure, but yeah, I get it. I do get it because um, it seems like it's expensive, um, and it can be, but I promise you, it can be affordable as well. Puerto Rico was not affordable. I ain't gonna lie about that. Puerto Rico was not affordable. Ugh. But it was fun. and it was literally uh, um, it was a celebration. Puerto Rico was a celebration of my son's graduation. Both my boys graduated this year. Well, both my boys graduated within 6 months of each other. So within, and so Puerto Rico was a celebration of that. And so for me, it was worth it. Um, um, the money. What was I trying to say? Yeah, to me, the money was worth it. Um, but yeah, I won't be doing that anytime soon. That was way expensive. But it was worth, like I said, it was worth it, and I'm glad that I used the travel agent for that trip, because I probably would not. I know I would not have been able to book um, that on my own. So yeah. Anyways, and I was thinking that well, for my next trip, I'm probably going to use a travel agent. Uh-oh. I'm probably going to use a travel agent because it just um um it's just easier. Anyways, it's just easier, and it's less stress on me. But I don't know. I was thinking about it. I'm where I want to go. Who I want to take with me. That's the other part. Who do I want to take with me? I might not want to take anybody with me. That's for sure. But I don't travel. Um, I don't travel. Well, I was gonna say I don't travel alone, but I do. Sometimes I travel alone. Um, yeah, my husband kind of likes to travel. I don't know if he likes to travel or not. Um, and that's the other thing. That's another thing why I have a hard time with traveling sometimes, is because if I say I want to go so and so, or I want to do so and so, generally he's like, okay. Well, he is pretty easygoing, and he pretty much will do. If it's something I want to do, he'll pretty much go along with it. And he'll find a way to enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? It may not be his preference, but he'll find a way to enjoy it. And so I'm not really sure if he likes to travel or not. I think he enjoyed the last few trips that we've taken. Um, you know, and we've taken quite a few trips together. Like the last trip that we took together was well, the last couple were related to the kids. So we get in the car and go see one of or more of the kids, and so that's fine. I don't consider that as quote unquote travel. I mean, it is travel because they don't live here, but I don't consider that travel. That's just not the two of us going somewhere together for no particular purpose. But then we've taken several trips that were just, let's just go, let's go do this, let's go do that, and he seems to have been, seems to have enjoyed them. So yeah, does he like it? I don't really know. He doesn't say he doesn't like it. He doesn't say he hated it. He doesn't say no, I'm not gonna go. So I'm assuming he likes it, but that could be a bad assumption on my part. That just could be him doing it for me. That part. um, he's not. Neither of us like crowds. It's funny, neither of us really like crowds or crowded things, but we've enjoyed cruising, which is kind of crazy. But the thing about cruising, most people don't understand the thing about cruising. Yes, there's a lot of people in a small area, small confined area. Um, but these ships are huge. Even the smallest of the ships are huge. And um, there's always some place where there's no people. So like if you want to be like out on a deck someplace, and there's nobody there and you're just enjoying the sea breeze or whatever being on the ship, there's plenty of places like that on a cruise ship. Plenty of them. If you want just a little quiet nook, if you like being like a little quiet nook, there's a library. There's a library on every cruise ship, and I promise you, there's not going to be a lot of people in there. Um, there's just not. Every now and then, an event that's happening right outside of the library, especially a loud event, there may be more people in the library. And the reason is because once you go in the library and you close the door, you can still enjoy the music from the loud event, but it's not too loud. And the people like me who don't like super loud music but love music will be in the library enjoying the music with the door closed and not in the crowd of people. And you can go in, through a side door or whatever. There's usually a couple of doors, a couple different ways to get in there. But it's interesting how even for people who don't like being in crowds, which that's me, people who are extreme introverts, that's me, people who are homebodies, that's me. There's a place for you on a cruise. And I didn't think I would like cruising. I love it. And the funny thing about that, I love I love the sea days, which is crazy because that's the days when everybody's on the ship. But I love sea days when we're out at sea and there's, and you just really enjoying the water. And I love the port days when everybody gets off the ship and I don't. A lot of times when we go into port, I don't even set my foot on ground. It's like, what do I want to go into a tourist trap? Because that's all those ports are. They're just tourist traps. I don't even care about those places a lot of times, and so I won't even go on a port day. That's my day to explore the ship because most of the people are off of it, and so I get to really explore the ship. And there's always something going on. There's always things going on, things to see. They have art galleries. Um, there's always art. They have just different things. There's different things. It's hard to figure to say all the things that's available, but there's lots of stuff that's available to do. So I've really enjoyed that, and I think like I said, I don't know if my husband likes it or not. I mean, we talk about it, and he doesn't say he doesn't like it. He just doesn't. He doesn't go on about things like that. Um, the biggest thing for him is the amount of time that it takes him away from home because um, the thing and the part um, the about the time that it takes him away from home because he's busy. He volunteers for a couple of organizations. He's very involved with them, and his schedule is packed with things, on a weekly basis that he does. Like tomorrow he'll be busy all day long with one of his volunteer organizations, and Thursday he'll be busy all day long with one of his volunteer organizations, and Friday he'll be busy half a day, that kind of thing. And so that part, he That's the only part that he doesn't, that bothers him about the whole thing is he's going to have to be away. Because I was talking to him about, oh, there's this 14-day cruise, and there's a couple really cool ones that hit San Juan, Puerto Rico, hit St. Thomas Virgin Islands, hit okay, I'm gonna get them wrong. It's like a 14-day cruise, and it hits a lot of the Caribbean islands, and it goes to Jamaica, the Virgin Islands, U.S. Virgin Islands, San Juan, Puerto Rico. It maybe goes to ABC Islands. I can't even remember. But anyway, I was like, ooh, this is a 14 days. He's like, 14 days, that's half a month. And I was like, yeah. He was like, if you want to do it. But that's what he says to me about anything that I want to do. It's like, that's what you want to do, be safe, enjoy. So yeah, he's like, I'd rather watch TV. He says the only thing I'd like is the food. And I'd rather watch the TV and eat nachos. That is funny. The food, I'm gonna say this, and a lot of the people who cruise, the a lot of people who cruise won't agree with me, but the food's not great to me. Um, it's just not great. It's not bad, but it's not great. Now the restaurants, the high end restaurants that you pay more for, the food is way better. Um, But the regular restaurants that are part of the fair, the food is okay. And the buffet, the food is okay. But it's not, to me, it's not great. Don't get me wrong, because on lobster night, I get four. They're not huge, but they're four lobsters and they're good. You know what I'm saying? But they're frozen, everything's on there is frozen. It has to be. So there's that. Um, but yeah, some of the higher end restaurants that you pay more for, the food is better. Um, um, and then it depends on the cruise line. I I prefer the food on NCL over Carnivore, but I've only been on NCL once, so I can't say it for sure. And it was just the choices. Seems like the choices were um, there were it seems like the choices were better, you know, but that part. And but on the other side of that, Carnival. Did I say carnivore? I meant carnival. Um, but on Carnival, I can say that the brunch, the sea day brunch, yeah, the sea day brunch in the regular restaurant that you don't have to pay for, that's included. It's worth it. That one is definitely a good. That's a good day. I'm there for that. And the other thing about the food in the restaurants is you can it's pretty much it's not all you can eat, but it's all you want. So like if you go and you sit down in the restaurant, these are the regular restaurants that's included in the price of your ticket. You go and you sit down and you eat, and they have three different entrees. You can get all three. There's no reason for you to not get all three. And then if they have, sometimes they'll have special things that you can add on for a price. You can add on as much as you want for a price. So you can actually eat some of the things that they have in the specialty restaurants in the regular restaurants by paying an extra fee for it and that kind of thing. But it's nothing for me to go and say, "Oh, I want the chicken and I want the steak," and they're like, "Okay," and they just bring you two entrees. And it's like, I want to skip the salad, but instead of that, I want a second dessert. And they're like, okay, they bring you two desserts. Or you can just say, I want to try all three of them. And they bring you all three. So you have, it's not, like I said, it's not all you can eat, but you're not really confined to getting just one thing. So there's that. He says, I'd rather watch TV and eat nachos. Um, if I watch TV, Mike, I would probably say the same thing, but I have not watched TV in so long. I don't even know what comes on TV anymore. And that's not a flex, y'all. I don't even say that as a flex. That's just that I'm not interested. Um, I'm simply not interested. I am online for my entertainment most of the time, um, and the TV just doesn't interest me anymore. I have one. I have a TV. For a while, I didn't have a TV. When my son left to go to college, um, he took my TV, and I didn't replace it. Um, but then a friend of mine had bought TVs for her children, and they decided that they didn't want to believe in Santa Claus, and they didn't have to behave because Santa was going to, or that they didn't have to behave because Santa was going to bring them stuff anyway. And so Santa didn't come. And so Santa brought the TV to my house. So I have a TV. um, so yeah, but as far as watching it, I don't even watch YouTube on the TV. It's in my craft room. And I guess if I brought it out, I don't know, if I put it in my bedroom or if I brought it out and put it in the living room, I might would watch it more, but I don't. I actually saw TV today because I was hanging out with my husband and he watches television, but yeah, I don't watch it. So yeah. But I mean, yeah, you can do that too on a cruise ship. Hang out, watch TV, and eat nachos. I'm trying to think if I've ever seen nachos. Well, they do have the burrito bar, so you may be able to get nachos at the burrito bar or a taco bar or whatever it is. I'm not sure whether it's a taco bar or whatever it is. It's a bar, Mexican food. Yeah, that's where you go get your watermelons and your limes. Go to the Mexican bar and get your watermelons and your limes. Oh yeah, I was saying that NCL had it seemed like they had different choices, and I'm not saying there are more choices, but it seemed like more of the things that I liked. Um, um, like they had crepes for breakfast as a breakfast option, which I like that. They also had oatmeal as a breakfast option, um, and but they didn't have the omelet station. So you give up one thing or another. But I'm not a big omelet person, so that didn't bother me at all. Not having the omelet station, because I'm not an omelet person. So, but yeah. But like I said, the food was okay. And there was a lot of it. There was a lot of it. And there was always something, to me, it seems like there was always something you could eat. It was not, maybe not necessarily something you wanted necessarily, or, it wasn't necessarily your favorite or whatever, but it just depends. I mean, it just depends on who you are and what your tastes are. Um, I think NCL had pizza on the regular bar. They had hamburgers, hot dogs, and pizza on the regular buffet every day, all the time. And whereas Carnival had a pizza place that was open late. So you could get pizza and a sandwich shop that was open late. So you could get pizza and sandwiches pretty much all the time on Carnival, and you could get hamburgers, hot dogs, and pizza all the time on NCL, if that's what you wanted. Um, so it was a little bit different. I was trying to think, was it NCL or I don't remember which one had the sandwich place. Come and think about it, one of them had a sandwich place where you could get sandwiches and French fries pretty much all the time, and that was nice because that Philly cheesesteak made your way was worth it. Was definitely worth it. Um, and they had a pretty good Reuben, which my husband loves a Reuben. They had a pretty good Reuben, so yeah. Um, that part. But yeah. But my sister likes to travel too. And so sometimes I will travel. Hey, GT Junior. Sometimes I will travel with my sister. We'll meet up someplace. We like to go to the beach. So a lot of times we'll just meet up at the beach and that'll be fun. And then I have friends who like to travel. And so sometimes um, I'll just say, it's like I'll get a phone call that says, Felicia, do you want to? And I'm like, sure. Do you want to go? Yes. And I'll just jump in my car and I'll go somewhere with and hang out with my friends. And that's kind of cool too. And my husband he's good with that too. He's like, have fun, be safe. Yeah, you need money. And I'm like, yes, I always need money. um, but that's nice having people who want to travel with you. Most of the times when I travel, it's related to um, visiting family and friends. GT Junior, weather for Anchorage. Conditions are sunny with a temperature of 65 degrees Fahrenheit. The wind is blowing from the southwest at 1 miles per hour and the current humidity is 73%. Wow, 65 feels cold. Sounds cold. But yeah, most of the time I travel is related to visiting family and friends. I've got, kids and stepkids, um, and nieces and nephews and siblings and cousins and that I want to visit from time to time. And so a lot of times it's visiting family and friends. And I have friends that I like to visit, go hang out with, for a weekend or a week or whatever. So a lot of my travel is that way. But sometimes I just want to, get away from the house and hang out someplace else. Drying some used coffee for the chicken coop. About to hook up this fish tank. Oh, okay. Awesome. Air drying some used coffee for the chicken coop. Okay. The chickens like used coffee? I did not know that. I did not know that. Oh. Oh, it's to deter bugs and pests. Do you use diatomaceous earth with your chickens to deter bugs and pests? I need to go in there and harvest some lettuce and start some more lettuce. I've been doing pretty good on having lettuce all summer long, which is something that I haven't done for years, but I've done pretty good with that. Yes, I use it. Oh, coffee. Grounds is free. Yeah. Yeah, I have a big old bag of diatomaceous syrup. That's why I asked about it. In fact, I gave a half a bag away um, to my neighbor because I had two bags. And I think my husband bought a bag years ago and never opened it, and I didn't realize we had it, and so I turned around and bought another bag, and then I was using the bag. I was like, "There's a whole nother bag out here." Yeah, a whole nother bag out there, and so that's why I think about it because I have so much of it, and I don't use a lot of it, but I need to use more of it. Yeah, yeah, lettuce. I've been growing. I've been doing really good with lettuce this year, indoors, not outside, indoors in hydroponics. And pretty much since we did WIG, I, I've been harvesting and replanting and harvested and replanting. So I get 2 or 3 harvests off of it before it goes to seed, and then I'll just drop some more seeds and so keep it going. And I'm not even a big lettuce person, but If I have it, I'll throw it on, I'll do a lettuce wrap or I'll throw it on a sandwich or whatever. Um, yeah, that part. But yeah, I need to do some thinking and strategizing about my hydroponics. I have 2 units that I'm not using and I want to get them in the rotation. The problem that I have with hydroponics is the same problem that I have with growing outside. I it's a daily chore, and I'm just not a daily chore kind of person. But hydroponics is a daily chore. You really need to be in there on a daily basis checking your plants out. Same thing with gardening outside. If you're a gardener, you need to be outside in your garden every single day. And I'm not that person. And so I don't want, I'm thinking I've got enough going on right now. I'm having hard enough time keeping up with what I got going on right now. So that part. Um, so I'm afraid to start another unit. I'm like, I'm not gonna be able to keep up with it because I'm having trouble keeping up with the 3 units I've got going now. It's like, when did last time you put water in there? Your water level's gonna get too low. And then it's like, you're gonna burn out the pump for not having water in it. Your plants are gonna die. When's the last time you fertilized? And don't get me wrong, I got a calendar. I have a calendar on the wall right by the unit. So I write stuff down. Every time I do something, I write it down on the calendar. If I plant something, I write it down. If I harvest something, I write it down. If I water, I write it down. If I fertilize, I write it down. So it's all on there for me to see. But yeah, I'm lazy. Told y'all, I'm a lazy gardener. And if I can garden as a lazy garden and have continuous harvests of lettuce and stuff, then you can too. That part. And like now, I need to drop some carrot seeds right now. I need to do it right now today. I need to drop some carrot seeds outside, um, because they'll do fine over the winter. They'll hold their own over the winter, and I'll have a harvest. I'll have harvest throughout, um, if I get them in the ground now. That part. I accidentally took out carne asada instead of steak. Oh, okay. Weather for Minneapolis. Conditions are showers in the vicinity with a temperature of 75 degrees Fahrenheit. The wind is blowing from the north northwest at 7 miles per hour, and the current humidity is 61%. Wow, Mike, you've cooled off some. I mean, it's not cold, but it's cool. It's in the 70s, dude. It's not 80s. Oh, because you guys have been hot, hot, hot. Carne asada sounds good. That's not a, don't sound like an accident. That's a good accident, man. You need rain? Yeah. Yeah. I need rain, but I don't need rain. I need rain, want rain. I wanted to rain, but we don't really need rain because we did get rain a couple of days ago. But we're gonna get some tomorrow. We'll get some showers in here. So that part. But yeah, I got to get out there and water in the morning. I need to do a better job of that, staying on top of the watering. I have so much. It's so funny. I feel like I have so much to do and I can't get it done. And it's like I was in the garage today and I went, if I clean out that corner right there, I could put that greenhouse that I have over there and then I can have that in here during the winter and I can put my plants in that greenhouse. If I clean out that corner. That's the part. The if I clean out the corner. But did I clean out the corner? No, I came in the house. But I did water before I came in the house. I did. And it's the same thing. I've got this plant over here sitting on a chair. You guys have seen the picture. Sitting on a chair, and I'm thinking, I need to get these transplanted out of this. I got them started. Am I going to sit here and let all of my brassicas just die, in this seedling stage? Or am I going to get them, I put it into a reasonable size container so that they can get big enough so that I can get them in the ground. Oh, it's too much. It's too much. It's too much. Yeah, it's too much. So, yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what. I'm just a mess, y'all. I'm a mess. I am a mess. But you know what? That's fine. I love this mess. I need to drink some water. Some plain water. Actually, it's not plain water. It's water with electrolytes. And it tastes like water with electrolytes. That's yucky. I don't know why it tastes like that. But anyways, we talked about supplements last week, didn't we? That's one supplement that I do use because I use filtered water. Um, I know I've talked about this many a times, but I have a water filter for my drinking yard water. I use filtered water, and it has zero dissolved solids in it. And so it has no taste at all, which is great. It means you can drink a lot, but also it has no minerals or anything to it. And so I do have some drops that I put in it for with some electrolytes for taste. And okay, oh, I forgot. I was like, what is that floating in there? But I forgot. I used the same glass that I had my lemonade in earlier, and I had cranberries in there, fresh cranberries and lemon juice in it. And so I'm like, what is that in there? That part. But yeah, um, I do put electrolytes in my water. Um, just the water that I filter to drink, not all, not like bottled water or anything like that. Don't use much bottled water, but yeah. But yeah, memberships are open. I dropped a members only video today. No, early access members video today. I keep saying members only because I think I need to do a members only video. I haven't done one in a minute, so I'm probably going to do a members only video um, here in a little bit. Um, so yeah, well, definitely. What is that? So I have a question for y'all. Wait a minute. I've been getting strawberries every couple of days, a handful. I've been watching you getting strawberries every couple of days. That is nice. Mhm. This is crazy. I might hate that. My from seed plant is big, but I'm running out of time. You're from seed strawberry plant? You know what didn't produce for me in my hydroponic is my cucumber. There's two teeny tiny cucumbers. The first two females I have seen on it. Oh, and it didn't produce. And I'm mad about it because it takes up space. It's taking up space. I need you to produce if you're going to take up space. Okay, I don't want to cancel. I hate this thing. I have a file. I was looking for a file on my phone. Jesus Christ. And no, I was looking for a file online. I found the file online, went to download it. Looked, I'd already downloaded it. And so then, but I didn't know what the name of it was. So it's like I should have renamed it when I downloaded it so I could find it. And so I already had it on. Um, Hold on a second. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Two. Okay. Um, yeah, I was looking for the file, but I couldn't find the file. I couldn't find the file because I didn't know what I had. I didn't know what I had named the file. No, I didn't know what the file was named, so I needed to change the name of the file. Um, I needed to change the name of the file when I saved it so that I could find the file again when I needed it. But anyways, it is what it is. It is what it is, what it is, what it is. I pulled show radish yesterday. Have not tasted it yet. Okay. I haven't grown radishes in a minute. Last time I grew radishes, I had the French breakfast radish. It was just one that I got from the dollar tree, Dollar Tree seeds, and I let them grow to till they went to seed, and I harvested the pods, and the pods were great. I really enjoyed eating the pods. I pickled some of them. I used some of them in saute, and they were really great. I really enjoyed them, and I wish I had grown them again. I think I will grow them again next year. Um, these were red. Hold on a sec. Hold on a second. It says I discovered it. I discovered it alive under the tomatoes. Okay. It was like, dang, you do you, boo. Yeah. I'm going to bring in some strawberry runners before it gets cold. Okay. Cool. Raspberries are starting to turn red. I wish I could grow raspberries. I think I probably can. I kind of like them, but yeah. Um, Come on. Do your thing, girl. Might pull it and do hydroponic over winter. That will work, Mike. It might even produce inside. I'm so happy with my garden. I just hope get these radishes and beets to develop roots. Um, yeah, I was saying that I haven't grown radishes in a few years. I think I might grow some again next year. Okay, this is looking kind of cool. I'm doing a granny hat, I think. I started it wrong, but who's counting? Yeah, nobody cares. Nobody cares. It sounds good. What kind of strawberry seeds did you plant? Did you start cold stratify them? I pulled a show whole radish yesterday and not tasted it yet. These were red wonderberry seeds I got from Baker Creek. Okay. I had picked okra a few days ago. Oh my God, wow. They taste like cucumbers. I have to grow okra indoors this year for sure. They taste like cucumbers? They do not taste like cucumbers. Okay, they might taste like cucumbers, but yeah, they don't taste like cucumbers. That's funny. Um, Raspberries are good. I do like raspberries. Um, I meant to yeah, I understand what you meant. Um, Bulbs underground portion of them. Like I said, I did not eat my radishes. I let them go to seed, and I ate the seed pods, and that was good. I don't like beets, so I don't grow beets. Pickled, yeah, I did. I ate the seed pods, some of them fresh in sautés and things like that. I just cooked them and ate them. They were good. It has the same taste as a radish, but it's a lot milder, so it doesn't give you that bite. Um, um, but it does have the same kind of flavor. And I did pickle some, um, just like I pickle cucumbers. I used the same brine and pickled them, and they were really good. I want to do some pickled green beans. And then I want to do some more ferments. I want to do some fermented carrots. And I might do some fermented carrots. Come to think about it. One, two, one, two, three. Yeah, I might do some fermented carrots. I need to join this. Yeah. Pickled okra tastes like cucumber. If you say so. I don't believe it, but if you say so, I will trust you that that's what it tastes like to you. See? I will trust that that's what it tastes like to you. You probably should drop some carrot seeds this week, FR, and keep them moist. You're right, GT Junior. I probably should drop some carrot seeds this week and keep them moist. But you know what, GT Junior? That's a problem. Actually, it's not. I've got a thing I can put over them that will keep them moist. So it's like, that's a problem. That's a problem because, oh, yeah, too. Put it right there. Um, that's always a problem with me. Yeah. You tasted pickle okra? Um, I'm trying to think if I've had pickled okra recently. I've had it before, but I'm trying to think if I've had it recently. Let me look at this row. One, two, three. Let me look at row four. Hold on a second, y'all. Row four. Do connection one space. Three. Two in the same space as the last. Chain one. Okay, I'm not on row 3, I'm on row 5. 2 Dixie, 1 chain space, 3. Counts as 3. Chain 1. Okay. 5 minutes. 2 times a day. 5 minutes. 2 times a day for a week. You're funny. You're funny. You are hilarious. I'm laughing at you. You hear me laughing? Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Yeah. Okay, okay, GT Junior, I got you. Um, I'm gonna need you to text me a reminder every day. How about that? Can you do that? Text me a reminder every day. It's like, did you moisten those carrot seeds? Did you? Did you? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna plant the seeds, and I'm gonna sprinkle some sand over them, and then I'm gonna spray the sand down with water, and then I'm gonna put a plastic cover on it, and then I'm gonna walk away from it. And when they come up, I'm gonna take the cover off. How about that? How about that? Will that work for me? I've never had pickle okra. Everything is better as pickles, and I stand on that. So everything is better as actually pickle zucchini would be really good. In fact, pickle zucchini might make me grow zucchini. What you doing? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. I messed up, y'all. Hey, tribe, you in the bushes? Anyways, it's pretty. It's cute. I really did mess up. I messed up on the first row, but instead of taking it out and doing it again, I'm just gonna keep going. I figured that I can either fix it or nobody will care. One of the two things will happen. I'll either fix it in the long run or nobody will care. Thanks for being in the bushes. I appreciate the people who hang out in the bushes. Did you know hanging out in the bushes is fun? Y'all, I must be getting tired because I'm getting a little punchy. And that's okay. That is just okay. But yeah, carrots is something I need to do this week. Um, and I don't know if the whole covering them with sand and putting a cover on it is gonna work, but that's my plan. So you have to have a plan. That's my plan for right now. And yeah, that part. Wow. It's crispier than cucumber. Yeah. I would think it is because it has less, what am I trying to say? Cucumber's more water than zucchini is. The water content of cucumber is higher than the water content of zucchini. So I would think the zucchini would be crispier. But yeah, I would try that. I didn't know that. See, it's almost round. What I did wrong is I started with a square, and I should not have. And so then I had to fix that. But it's almost round now. And that's the crown of the hat. I mean, you can do it as a square. Really, you can. Hats are so forgiving. But and I do not like that connection, but I will fix it. Yes, I will fix it. But yeah, I don't know. I just have this yarn left over from a project that I've done that I haven't shown anybody because I haven't. And I thought, oh, that would make a pretty hat, and it will make a pretty hat. Okay, so this was row 5, and then it's, let me look at row 6 and see what row 6 is supposed to be. Row 6. That's it. Count as 1. I don't want to do that. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to do another increase row. So I'm just going to do another. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know. That's fine. Yeah. Boo, math. Well, math? Math? What are you talking about? Math? I don't know. 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 I'm going to cut this. The pattern says do not cut. I'm going to cut it because I don't like the way the colors come out if you don't cut them. They come out, to me, they come out better if you cut them. I'm just saying. Like, I don't know. It's like, aren't you counting stitches or something? Yeah, I'm trying to figure out. Okay, so I did the light blue row is an increase row. The dark blue row is not. And I'm trying to decide if I want to do another increase row or not. If I do another increase row, I think it's going to be too big. Maybe not. Um, but if I don't do another increase row, it might be too small. So, yeah, that part, that part. So, yeah, I'm going to do another increase row. If I don't like the way it comes out, I'll take it out. That part. I'm not really counting stitches. I'm just looking at the pattern to see what it calls for and trying to figure it out. But yeah, that part. I'm not good at counting, Mike. That's why I'm not good at um crocheting patterns. Best way to save mint leaves for tea for the year. I dry them. Mint is the one that you can air dry. But you can also dehydrate them in your oven or in your microwave or in your what's the other thing? Air fryer. Um, but I generally air dry my mint leaves. And there's a couple of ways you can do that. You can just gather gather them together and tie them and hang them and air dry them. Um, and the other thing, sometimes I'll just throw them. I have a box dehydrator, so I'll just put them on the shelves, on the trays on the air dryer, and put it in there. And because it's a box air dryer, the air flows through it. I just let them stay in there until they dry. And then another way I do it is I'll put them in a like a paper sandwich bag, like a lunch bag. Just drop them in the lunch bag, and hang them up in a room, and so they don't get dusty that way. But yeah, air dry. They air dry nicely. But I mean, if you don't have the time to air dry them, you can use a dehydrator or whatever. But I love my box dehydrator, um, because you can just put stuff on the trays and walk away, and things that are air dry will air dry in there, and you don't have the dust factor. Um, so, but mint is easy. Yeah, mint is easy. That part. Yeah. I have in my pantry, I have shelves that you can hang stuff from. And so I will just tie them in bundles and hang them on a hanger. Tie it on a hanger and hang them in there and just let them air dry in there like that sometimes. So anyway. Uh oh. Okay. I'll have to check that out. What are you going to use that air amaranth for? I can't say the word. Sorry. How are you going to use it? That's what I'm asking. I have amaranth, but I had amaranth. I might have given it away. I've never grown it. Are you gonna pop it like popcorn? What are you gonna do with it? Tell me what you're gonna do with it. Hey, we love blessings from the garden. Stuff that we didn't plant. I got a bunch out there. I need to go out there and pick um cowpeas right now that I didn't plant a single one this year. I will pop some, make flour, and then biscuits. Y'all messing with me tonight. Spelling things. Y'all know I can't pronounce words. So, what do you use to grind them with? I've been thinking about ordering some wheat berries. Actually, I think I have some wheat seeds. Honestly, I think I have some wheat seeds that I could grow. Um, I need to look in there and see. I got some odd things in there that I need to do something with because seeds don't last forever. They last a long time, but they don't last forever. But I've got pounds, pounds. Oh, pounds. What? Yeah. What do you grind it with? What do you use? Do you use a? Oh, you have a Ninja. Okay. Okay. I have a blender that I probably could use. I never thought about using a blender. But yeah, I was thinking about ordering some wheat berries, and oh, this is so pretty. I love these two colors together. Yeah. What were we doing the other night? Oh, I was on the other night with Jamie, and somebody was talking about biscuits, and the next thing I knew, I was in the kitchen. I was in the kitchen making biscuits, and it's like, yeah, I need to not do this. That's now see, that's a problem. That's a problem that I have because when I start thinking about like right now, I'm set up to make jelly, which I'm not going to do. I think I'm going to turn. I might think I'm making some wine instead, but I'm set up to make jelly because I bought some juice to make some jelly with. And then it's like, why am I making jelly? I don't need jelly in my life. I really don't need jelly in my life. Why did I even buy the juice to make the jelly? Because I like jelly in my life. I do. Um, so I don't know. Gosh, it's so pretty. That is so pretty. I love that. These two blues go really well together. This is some of the last yarn I bought at Joann's before they went out of business. I think. Wait a minute. I could be lying. No, it says it came from Joann's. I was looking at the bag to make sure. um, but yeah, I got 6 volunteer amaranth plants, so I'll probably get pounds more grains before winter. And Mike, can you send me some seeds? Just asking for a friend. Which one is it? Which amaranth is it? Because I mean, there's several different varieties. Just a few. Can you just send me a few seeds? I just want to scatter some. I've got um I've got a couple places in my yard that I want to grow some stuff. And this is the problem that I have. I've got places in my yard that I want to grow stuff. I've got my side bed over there where I used to grow, where I've grown my Love Lively. Okay, I don't think I have that one. I have to check my. I don't think I have that one. I think I have a different one. Um, but I have a side bed where I usually grow my Jamaican sorrel, which I haven't grown. Well, I grew last year, um, but I didn't plant anything over there this year. And I'm thinking, oh, I need to plant something over in that side bed. Um, and then I have another corner bed over here that I put my Jamaican sorrel in last year, but I didn't grow anything in it this year. And I'm like, I need to grow something in that bed over there too. These are in-ground beds. So, but amaranth would be good in either of those or both of those places. And then I have another little bed over here where I had some thing growing, but my lawn guy thought it was a weed and now it's gone. It wasn't food, it was a flower. It was a lantana. And it had really, it was getting, my lantana was getting pushed out by the goldenrod. Um, so I'm not mad about it because it wasn't doing anything. Um, but yeah, I would like to put something else there as well. And I think amaranth would be good in any or all of those places. Any or all. Um, yeah, I've got a yarn barf, but it's not a bad one. It's just, yeah, it's not a bad one at all. So, and I'm almost at the end of this row, so that part. I don't think I don't know. I don't know which one I have, honestly. But anyway, I would like some seed, Mike, if you don't mind. I appreciate it. Thank you. I want to try my hand at growing that. See what it's like. See what it's like. What it's like. What it be like. What it be like. But yeah. Um, I really have to get that one. My one bed is really taken over with weeds, and I really have to get it under control. And I'm a little bit angry about it. Not not at it or the weeds, but at myself for letting it get that way because it's my fault. Um, but yeah, I pushed through a sieve. Use a hand blower to remove the chaff. Okay. It's in the video. Okay. I've seen somebody do, was it rice? I need to look and see if I have some brown rice in the cabinet and see if I can start some of that. That's one of the things. Got a lot of grain from a small amount. Okay. That's the one thing I wondered about growing grains, if it was worth it to grow a small amount. Okay, this is what I didn't want to happen, but it happened. I'm gonna show y'all. It's wavy. Can y'all see how it's wavy? That's because I increased it too much. And so instead of doing that increase row, this is row 1, 2, 3. Row 3 was an increase row. 4, 5. I should have done 1, 2, 3. This should be row 4 and this should be row 6, but it's not. And so I increased it too quickly. And what happens is you get that wave in there. But that's okay. That's okay. I can deal with that wave. I'm not going to take it out. I'm going to leave it in there because it's not bad. It could be bad, but it's not bad. Um, it's not bad. It could be bad, but it's not bad. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, that's what I wonder about growing grains. Is it worth it to grow them? And ooh, this is going to be a big hat. um, and how much do you actually get from it? And do you have to, do you have to have a lot to grow to? Do you have to grow a lot to have enough? That's what I'm asking. But yeah, I think it's worth it. A little effort and get a lot back. Yeah, sounds like it is. It definitely sounds like it is. But yeah, so I'm done with the increases on that. It's actually too big. I'm not gonna lie, it's too big. Generally, my rule of thumb is I make the crown of the hat about the size of my hand. So if I put it up to my hand, I make it about the size of my hand, and that generally fits. But my hands are big, um, so this one is a little bit bigger than that. So this is going to be a big hat, but that's okay. I'll make it a, what do you call it? I'll make it a slouchy hat. Um, I have big hands and I have a big head. Amaranth grows like a weed. It probably is a weed, Mike. To be honest, it probably is a weed. A lot of things are could be considered weeds. A weed is just any plant where you don't want it. So that part. At least that's the story that I've been told all my life. That's the story that I've been told all my life. Ooh, I must be tired. I'm singing, making up songs. What are you gonna grow um over the winter? Yeah, what are your plans for the winter, for winter growing? Anybody? Everybody? Anything new and different, or just old standbys, or what? Some call it pigweed. Really? I didn't know that. Why are you laughing at me, GT Junior? That's not nice, man. You be laughing at me. That's not nice. Um, I got a question for y'all. What should I make out of this cotton yarn I have? I have a bunch. I think I showed you guys last week. I got a bunch of cotton yarn, and I don't know. Maybe I think I might make a video and ask the question. But especially these. These are so pretty. These aren't they pretty? So I have four of these. I have two of the purple, two of the lavender. What should I make out of that? And it's a fine yarn. It's a 2 weight, I think. I think it's a 2. I don't even know what it is. Yes, it's a 2 weight. I'm looking at it. And then I also have these ones. This is a 4, I think. Hold on. Jesus. Yeah, this is a 4 weight. I have two of those and two in a different color. Yeah, I have these two colors. What should I make out of those? These are cotton. These are both of those are cotton or cotton blend. What should I make out of those? I mean, hats are the old standard, but I have more than enough for hats. But there's other things I could make besides hats. I could make other things. I don't know what other things I could make, but I could make other things. I could make a bag or a bag. I could make a shirt, or I could make a. I don't know if I have enough for a cardigan, but I have enough for a shirt for sure. Um, I could make a shawl. Maybe I could make a shawl. I don't really wear shawls. Um, um, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, I'm getting distracted because I'm not doing this right. Actually, I should do that. Maybe I'll do that. No, I can't do that. Yeah, definitely getting distracted. So, but yeah, what should I make? I could do like a stuffed animal out of it, although I have to find a pattern because I don't. That's not something I could do without a pattern. Um, um, I really would like to do another elephant. Where is my elephant? I don't think I gave it away. I'd like to do a big elephant. Maybe I will do a big elephant. Um, but not out of that. I've got some gray, so maybe I'll do a big elephant out of the gray. Um, I don't know. I'm just trying to think of what. I don't know why. I really thought I was gonna do a wearable of some kind, like a shirt or a sweater, or something like that out of it. Or a shawl. Maybe I'll make something like a rectangular shawl that you can throw across your shoulders, but it's like a rectangular. Make a pretty squirrel. Okay, Mike. I'm gonna find a squirrel pattern. I really am. Um, and make a squirrel. Maybe not out of that, but I've got some yarn that I can make a squirrel out of. Oh, I definitely have some. I'm gonna have to find a pattern. If you see a if you see a squirrel pattern that you like, send it to me. Email me. Let me know. If you see one. I'm not saying look for one. I'm just saying if you happen to see one. If you see a crochet squirrel that you like, um, send it to me. I can probably make up a pattern, but it will take a lot of what you call it, trial and error to get it right. Yeah, this I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take it out. It's too wavy. You see how wavy it is? It's too wavy. Oh, it's too wavy. Do you have any advice or words of wisdom for someone in their 20s? Concerning what? Yeah, advice or words of wisdom concerning what? I have advice and words of wisdom for everybody at every age, but it depends on what you're talking about. If you're talking about gardening, just do it. Grow some food. That's my word of advice for you. Grow some food. You're 20s and you have a room that's your own. Um, get a pot, get some soil, and plant some seeds. You heard it here first. Who is it? It's a famous quote um, about the best time to plant a seed was yesterday, but failing that, do it today. Something like that. I don't know if that's the actual quote or something like, but it's similar to that. I stand on it. I stand on that. So yeah, but yeah, um, Nexa, tell us what you are asking in reference to, and yeah, maybe thank you. Maybe I'll try gardening again. Do it. Plant a seed. Plant a seed. Grow some food. Our food security is not great right now. There's recalls every day, and one of the things that you can do is grow some food. And once you are growing for yourself, you might be able to grow enough to share. But I mean, yeah, that part. And another thing in your 20s, um, just keep breathing. That's another piece of advice. Just keep breathing because life is all kinds of crazy and complicated, but life is all kinds of crazy and wonderful. Um, and so live it and enjoy it and experience it. If you have the opportunity for an experience, um, you know, and I'm talking about reasonable and safe. I'm not talking about, being an adrenaline junkie or anything like that. But if you have the opportunity to experience life, live life and enjoy it. Mike says, do it, do it, do it. Exactly. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. But yeah, grow some food. Grow some food. Grow inside, grow outside. Whatever space you have. If you have ground to grow in the ground. If you don't have ground to grow inside. You can do hydroponic, you can do containers, whatever. Grow some food. Oh, that's much better. Yeah. So yeah, I took out that increase row because it was just too wavy. Too wavy. It was too big. And this feels much better. I think I might do another hat challenge. I don't know. I'm not gonna commit to it um because I'm having a hard time committing to anything these days, but I have a lot of yarn. I have a whole lot of yarn and I need to do some stash buster projects, and a hat project would be a good buster. And so I'm considering maybe doing Hat timber. I think it's actually a thing. 30 hats, 30 days to donate in September. I probably won't do it in September, but I'll probably do it anyway, but not in September. But there you go. That is the crown of the hat. And I took the increases out, that increase row out. So, yeah, and that looks good. The lack of rain yet humidity is giving me migraines. Oh, migraines. Crooked Peach said, magnesium. Now, she didn't say that for you, Mike. She said that in general, that she was having migraines, and what she found was that magnesium was the culprit, but not magnesium by itself. Magnesium with, what did she say? Magnesium with vitamin D? Anyways, I don't know. I just overheard it. I was listening to one of her live streams and I remember her saying that. But yeah, you said yours is weather related, and that I get that because I have weather related I have weather related pain. Um but mine is not humidity related. It's high pressure. If there's a high pressure system sitting over on the big beautiful days, there's high pressure sitting there, I'm gonna be in pain. Yeah, that part. Which is frustrating as all get out because the days when you want to get out and do something, the weather is nice, it's beautiful, the humidity's low, the temperatures are pleasant, you want to get out and do something, and it's a high pain day for me, which is crazy, crazy, crazy. But yeah, that part. But yeah. Yeah, I don't have migraines. I've only had migraines once, and it was medicine related. Um, and so that part, and it was the bad kind. Um, the auras and halos and all of the things. I don't even know what the words are for it. Where you the migraine itself only lasted a day, but the after effects of it lasted like 3 more days. Yeah, that kind of thing. It was a horrible thing. It was one of those. It's like yeah. Can somebody please? Yeah, I'm not gonna say how I felt about it because I'll probably get demonetized. Not no, they'd probably just shut the whole live down if I were to say it. So that part is that bad. But yeah. But yeah, I was seeing, yeah, it was crazy. It's so funny. I went to this event one time, and I'm gonna say it right now. I'm gonna say it right now because I want to say it right up front. There were no rugs involved. But I went to this event, and when the event was over, we were going back to the place where we were staying, the place we were staying. So we were all riding back. We were in vans. We were all riding back, and it was a local person who was driving back, and everybody. And I was like, "Is it me, or are there rainbow halos around every light?" And everybody in the van was like, "You see him too? I see him." I promise you, there was no. We didn't drink nothing, and we didn't take anything. There were no rugs involved in that. But it's when I thought about that, the halos and the auras that I was seeing when I had the migraine, I remembered that thing, and it was so funny. But I was like in the it was in the van, and I was in the passenger seat in the front of the van, and I have a really bad astigmatism, so at night, I have a coating on my glasses, it so the light doesn't scatter, or I can't see very well at night. The lights, I can't see very well at night. And so, and generally, when you're driving at night, I'm really careful not to look at lights because, like I said, I have bad astigmatism and it does weird things to my eyes. And so, And we're driving down the road, and I'm like, and I'm looking not at headlights, but I'm looking at like street lights, and I'm thinking, geez, look at the rainbows. Look at the rainbows. And I'm thinking this to myself, and I'm thinking, am I the only one seeing this? But I wasn't. It's funny, and it wasn't everybody wasn't affected the same way, but there were other people in the van. There were other people in the van who were like, "Oh, thank goodness! I thought it was me," and I thought, yeah, and I was like wondering what was going on. I was like, "Did we? Did was it something we ate?" It was so weird. Yeah, yeah. It can be really weird. How the light does. Generally, the coating on my glasses does really well. And if I'm really careful to just simply keep my eyes on the road and not down the road. If I keep my eyes down the road and the light hits me just a certain way, then the light just scatters and it's like a whiteout. Um, but the coating on my glasses keeps it from doing that. And so, yeah, but yeah. Night blind, yeah. I've got really bad astigmatism. Um, really, really bad. Um, and it's interesting, when I wore contacts, it really helped a lot because I wore the rigid ones. So that kind of helps to shape the eyeball, kind of helps the shape of the eyeball. And so that helps quite a bit. But I also have astigmatism on the backside of my eye too. So even the contacts didn't completely um, help it. And then when I wore the soft ones, they that helped too because those are weighted. The ones for astigmatism are weighted, so they that. But I couldn't wear the soft ones because my eyes are too dry. So that part. Um, yeah, that part. The misshapen eyeball. But yeah, that's something that the astigmatism is something that it runs in our family. Um, they gave me glasses as a kid, made it worse. Really? I didn't start wearing glasses until I was in 10th grade. Um, but everybody else, my sister was a preteen. Uh-oh. Yeah, we're back. My sister was a preteen, I think, when she got her glasses too. Um, yeah, they must, yeah. Um, she didn't wear her glasses though. She got glasses, but she didn't wear them. When I got my glasses, I wore them. It was so funny. When I got my glasses, I was one of those kids who could squint 20/20. So I would be sitting like this and I'd be putting pressure on the corner of my eyes so I could see in the classroom. And one of my teachers finally told my parents, I think she's having trouble seeing because I'd always sit in the front. I always would sit in the front. And she was like, I think she's having trouble seeing. You should get her eyes checked. And so they got my eyes checked. And but when I got my glasses and I put them on the first time, I put my glasses on and I was like, whoa, wow, whoa. And I mean, I was like seeing, it is so funny. The thing that I remember the most about them was um, leaves on trees. It's funny, you drive down the highway, you see these trees, and you know that there's leaves on the trees, but they're just kind of a blur. For me, they had always been a blur. And then all of a sudden, I could see individual leaves on trees. And it was like, whoa, that is so cool. And colors were brighter. It was so weird how I just remember putting my glasses on and the world was suddenly cleared. It was like this fog was lifted, this haze was gone, and I could see things clearly. And I was like, and I wore my glasses. I wore them all day and I would take them off at night. and put them on my nightstand or put them under my pillow. And I put them on first thing in the morning. My parents did not have to tell me to wear my glasses. Now they had to tell me to clean my glasses because I could always see better with my glasses than I could without them. But yeah, there was that. What did you say, Mike? Yes, I can see if I squint. Yeah, I can squint 2020 now. I can't anymore. But back then I could squint 2020. Um, but then my glasses, I could see better than 2020. And that was like, what? Yeah. Yeah. It was really, it was like, it was so amazing to me. I mean, I still, I remember that day. Just, I was so amazed at how clear everything looked. I'm like, oh my goodness, look how clear this looks. Look how clear this looks. So, yeah, but anyways, that was me. That was me getting glasses, being able to see for the first time. Well, again, because my eyes were not bad. Um, per se, they weren't bad. Oh yeah, this is looking nice, just curving nicely. Yeah. I don't know if I want to keep up with the stripes or not. If I want to keep up with the stripes or if I want to go with a solid color for the rest of it. What do y'all think? Should I keep up with the stripes or should I go solid blue, dark blue until I get to the brim and then do um, I don't know. What am I saying? What am I saying? What am I saying? Okay, something crazy is going on. Hang on, something. I pushed the wrong things. Membership. I need ice. Be right back. He's like me. Anyways, I don't know. What do y'all think? Should I keep going with the stripes or should I go to a solid color for the sides of the hat and then the do the brim in the light blue? And I could do either solid color light blue or the solid color dark blue. Either way. I don't know. What do y'all think? I don't know. I'm kind of liking the stripes at the top and then the solids on the side. Um, I like my water bottle room temperature. If my water is room temperature, like this one, I will drink more. And I will drink a lot, like right away. If it has ice in it, I will sip it and I will drink more over the long term. Because once I put this down, I might not pick it up for a while. But when I do pick it up, like when I when I picked it up before, I drank half of it, and like when I pick it up this time, I will more than likely I'll pick it up and I'll drink the rest of it. When it's icy, I will sip on it, and I'll sip on it, and I'll pick it up more often. But I absolutely prefer ice water. Solid color, go with the solid color. The light or the dark then. If I go with the solid, should I go with the solid dark blue or the light blue? I don't do cold water often. I love icy drinks. I love ice in drinks. I am that person that wants I'm that person that goes to a restaurant and sits down and I will order a drink. A lot of times it'll be like a club soda or a sparkling water with ice, and then I'll order a glass of ice. Because once that ice starts to melt, I will dump the ice in it. And I want them to bring me refills and I want more ice. That part. Go with the dark. Okay. I will do that. I'll go with the dark color, continue with the dark color, and I will ugh, when I get to the brim of it, I will change back to the light at that point. I don't get ice in my soda. Really? I don't see how you can drink it without ice. I mean, I can. Don't get me wrong. I can drink it without ice, but I don't prefer it that way. I prefer it icy cold. But I have to admit, like right this minute, I'm freezing. I don't care if I'm cold. I will put on a jacket so I can have ice cream. I will turn on the heat so I can have ice. That part. You could end up with the light or stripes. Yeah, I'm gonna end up with the light. Um, at the end. Um, I'll post it when I finish it. I guess. I mean, I could finish it tonight, but I'm getting tired, so I'm probably gonna get off of here in a little bit. I'm probably gonna go about 15 more minutes, y'all. Um, but yeah, I'm probably gonna end with the light or the stripes on it. But yeah, I don't see how you can. Well, I prefer ice. I just do. I just do. That's my preference. I think we're allowed to have preferences. I don't know. The universe conspires in your favor. Step out on faith. Just do it. Like Mike says, just do it. Go ahead, do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. It's going to go well. If it doesn't go well, you'll learn something from it. But it's probably going to go well. My kids hate it when I do that. What did you learn? And what did you learn? And then if they don't answer the question the way I want them to answer, I'm like, what should you have learned? And then if they still don't come back with the right answer, then I tell them, well, what you should have learned is when you don't listen to your mom, bad things happen. That is not true. That is not true. When you don't listen to your mom, then you learn stuff on your own. It is so funny. I Y'all know how I am about my kids. I absolutely love my kids. They're such cool people. That's the thing that most people, I don't know. That's for me. For me, they are such cool people. They have their own personalities, their own way of doing things. They are not like me at all, and they're totally like me. They're not like their dad at all, and they're totally like their dad. But they're just I mean, they're just themselves. They're just individual people, and I love them. I love hanging out with them, and I love learning from them and stuff. It is, and it's so cool to me because like even today, my son, I sent him a message, and he's like, "Really, Mama?" And I'm like, "Yeah, really. Why are you acting like you don't believe me?" And he's like, "Okay, okay, okay. Well, what you gonna do about it?" And I'm like, "I'm not gonna do nothing about it right now. I'm just kind of sitting in it." And he was like, "Come on, you got to have a plan." Oh, I'm like, dude, give me a break. But that's how they are. I mean, that's just how he is. That's the person he is. And I really enjoy it. I mean, I know he probably thinks I'm frustrating with him or whatever, but I'm not. I really enjoy that, and it gives me hope, and it motivates me. Now, the fact that he can say to me, "What's your plan? What are you going to do?" Because those are the questions that I used to ask them. If they would come to me with a problem, I'm not here to solve your problems. I'm here to, I'm here to guide you. I'm here to, put some bumpers on you so you don't, break nothing in the process. But you got to figure this out on your own. And they're the same way with me. It's like, what you gonna do? I'm like, I don't know. It's like, give me some, some guidance. Give me some help. And it's like, well, you could do this or you could do this. So I'm nope. It's like, well, you could do this. Look, you got to do something. But anyways, I just enjoy that so much. I mean, that's really the joy of my life. Um, is these kids. I think Lauryn Hill made a song about that. her song Zion, the joy of my life is in Zion. Yeah, I totally get that. I totally get what she was saying. Um, yeah, that is so weird. My brain is so weird when it does that. I do have a musical association with almost everything that I do. Um, it, yeah, that part. Uh, I need to finish this one. Um, but yeah. But yeah, did anybody answer what you're growing this winter? Indoors, outside, indoors. Mostly, I'm asking for indoors, but um, only thing that I'm planning to have outside this winter is greens and collards and whatever onions are still out there outside. Um, Trying to think if there's anything, and the perennial herbs. The perennial herbs will be outside. Inside, I'm watching raccoons at my door. You got a whole zoo out there, Mike. A whole zoo. I am the crazy cat lady, it appears, because there's another. Did I tell y'all there's another cat? Now there's four cats around here. Georgia Candy Roaster. Oh yeah, you did tell me that. You did say that. Georgia Candy Roaster and Honey Nut Squash indoors. Um, but yeah, there's four. They're kind of two of them are kind of my neighbor's cats. The other two, I'm not sure where they came from or who they belong to. I think my neighbor's feeding them, but there's two of them that like to hang out on my back patio, um, and they're getting on my nerves. And it's funny. It's not that it's not that I don't like them because I do. Um, but I don't want a pet, and so I don't feed them. I don't interact with them very much at all because I don't want them to think that they live here. Even though they play here, this is their playground. I don't want them to think that they live here. The quick snack cucumber, I can't get mine to produce inside. I'm gonna try another. I'm gonna try another one inside this year. Mike says I'm gonna grow everything. My what you call it? Ground cherries are still producing, and the ones that I from the WIG, they are still producing. I'm still harvesting a few every week. I'm harvesting a few every week. They're still producing. And it's taken over. Really, that should be the only thing that's in that unit, but it's not the only thing in that unit. I got some lettuce in there with it, and they're fighting each other for real, for real. I have a tomato and a pepper in that unit, and they are struggling because that ground cherry is definitely um, taking everything. But yeah, taking over everything. In fact, I should move. That's what I should do. Is I should put another unit together and move those over to another the other things over to another unit so that they have the thing they can grow. But yeah, growing the ground cherries inside, that's a win. That's definitely a win. I keep forgetting to grow them. I have never tasted a ground cherry. Grow it inside. Put it in hydroponics because, like I said, it's a win. Now you're gonna need some structure for it because it gets big. I mean, it's like a tomato. It's like a kind of a tomato. Um, Not really in taste or flavor, but I mean the habit, the way it grows. So you're gonna need some structure for it, something. Yeah, but put that sucker in hydroponic and grow it because it's been doing its thing. It definitely has been doing its thing, and I'm here for it. I am here for it. I might I might grow another one next year. I might. I didn't think about trying to cut a piece off of it and root it and put it outside because I probably could have done that too. I probably could have, yeah, because I did trim it back. It just got too big. It got too big, and I didn't have anything to hold it up, and I was like, I'm gonna cut this back. So I did cut it back some, but it's still producing. So yeah, let me make sure I put a thing in there. Ugh, I hate it when I get a mosquito in the house. Well, that's the one thing I do hate about this time of year. Mosquitoes are so bad. And part of it is my fault because I do have water, standing water outside. I collect rainwater. So there's that. And I have buckets that have water in them outside. I just do. I try to put the mosquito bits in there to cut down on the mosquito larvae. But the other problem with that is the the water does um, pool or pond up in my yard. It's there's some wet spots. And so there are places in my yard if you walk the mosquitoes just come up from the ground. It's like and I don't know. I don't know what to do about that, but yeah. And so I try to go out through if I go outside I try to go out through the garage because there's a door. There's there's two doors um to get to the garage. So I can go through a door, close it, go through the next door, close it, and then open the garage and go outside. And so it's that much more space before the mosquitoes actually get in the house. Whereas if I go out any of the other doors, you just right outside and you're right into it. Oh my goodness, my neighbor got this thing for his garage. It looks like something that you would find on Temu. I don't know where he got it. I really don't know where he got it, but it looks like something you would find on Temu. It's um it's like a screen. You've seen the screen doors that are have the metallic where they click together and they're just screens. He got one for his garage. He's got a two-car garage and he's got one on the outside of his garage door. So when his garage door is up, he has this screen that encloses his garage so the bugs don't get in. I'm like, I need that. I so need that. I don't know where he got it from. The reason I say it looks like something you would find on Temu is because they have so many things that are just really functional and, really kind of cool functional things. And but I saw that. I was like, man, I need that for my garage. I need to go over there and ask him where he got it and who installed it for him because I need that. I need that. And the other thing I need for my garage is I need a programmable garage door opener from the outside. That I could punch in a code outside and open the garage. Because I don't have one. I have a clicker that I can open it like from the car or whatever. But like if I'm outside in the yard doing stuff and I need to open the garage and I have to come in another door. And I've got other doors. I've got other doors I can come in, but it would be nice to be able to punch in a code and it opens. Um, so maybe I'll put that down for my maybe I'll send that message to my boys, my husband and my sons and say, this is what I want for Christmas. I want this thing for my garage and I want a clicker. I want a programmable garage door opener so I can, if I'm walking in, if I'm walking outside, like if I walk outside and walk around and come up to my garage, I have to come back around to get back in the house versus being able to come through the garage because I can't, if the garage door is not open, I don't have a way to open it from the outside. At least I don't think I do. I don't think I do. Yeah. But yeah, I need one of those. And it's probably something I could install myself, honestly. But I don't want to. I want somebody else to install it for me. That part. I want somebody else to do it for me. I'm at that stage in my life where I don't want to do all the things myself. There was a while where I did all the things myself. When we were younger, I remember when we bought our first house, we did everything, not everything, but we did a lot ourselves and at that house. And it was a fixer-upper house, and we did a lot of fixing. We did a lot of fixing up at that house. But everything that needed to be done, we did. It's like, oh, we need to do this. We do this. It's like I remember taking the cabinet doors off, and refinishing them and putting on new hardware, and pulling up the subfloor, and putting down new subflooring, and then putting down new flooring, and painting, and hanging wall coverings, and it wasn't like, what is that stuff called? It wasn't like, y'all know what I'm talking about. I forget what it's called. Yeah, it wasn't like wallpaper, but it was a covering. It was a textured covering that you put on, and then you paint it. And we would put that because we had the house had old paneling in it, but we did that. Yeah, we changed out all of the electrical sockets in the house. Every electrical socket in the house. It wasn't wired correctly, and so we rewired the whole freaking house. Changed out all of the electrical sockets, all of the light fixtures, everything. Installed all of the new lights, the whole nine. We did everything. I've got my little multimeter out there. We were out there. We were checking stuff. We were, changing out stuff, a lot of stuff that we probably shouldn't have done ourselves, but we did it. We did it all. And now I don't want to do none of it. Yeah, none. None. I will change a light bulb, but will I hang a ceiling fan? I will not. I will not hang a ceiling fan. Will I change out a light fixture? I will not. I will not. I mean, there's still some things that I will do, but there's a lot of things that I will not do. And as far as like that um, garage door opener with a code, yeah, I want to hire it done. That's my story, and I'm sticking with it. Yeah. So yeah, installed lights, etc. I'd rather pay. Okay. Yeah, same here. I'd rather pay somebody to do it. Pay it done. And it is. It just is what it is. It is. And I mean, I understand too. I mean, we didn't have a lot of money, and so doing it ourselves means that we could do it. If we had to pay somebody to do everything, we wouldn't have been able to get it done. And the big things we did pay somebody to do. We thought about doing some of the bigger things, but we did pay. Like the windows, we paid somebody to do that. Um, um, but the landscaping, we did ourselves. The walkway, we did ourselves. um, we did some terracing in the backyard. We did that all ourselves. It's so funny. We were driving down the highway, and a neighbor was putting in a pool, and they had dug a big hole in their yard, and they had a pile of dirt. And we stopped and said, "Can we have that soil?" And they're like, "Sure." So we literally went to the house, got our shovels, and went back and start shoveling, and got, I don't know how many loads of that soil we got. We got tons of it, but we did it, and we built these terraces in our backyard from that soil. And then put in the topsoil and put in some planting material and stuff. Yeah, it was free. And built a nice. It was a really nice area. It was under some pine trees. Had some slope, and it had been running off whatever, and so we did it all. It was like, yeah, this is perfect. This is perfect. Um, and that house was on a half acre lot, so we had a lot of land to deal with. Not a lot, but you know what I'm saying. We had a lot of yard to deal with, and we didn't. We wanted to put a big flower area of flowers, but we put a retaining wall there and built it up so we could put flowers there and not have grass to mow over there. And it turned out really, really nice. Um, but yeah, we like I said, we used to do it all ourselves. And the funny thing about it is that neighbor had somebody come with equipment that dug the hole. The neighbor that was across the street from them, their kids had dug their pool. Now that pool had been in place for 20 years. And so their kids had been teenagers at the time. But they were talking about, yeah, we said we wanted a pool, and Dad said, if you want a pool, you can dig it. We'll put one in. And so he had them out there. He had the lights out there. They would come home from school and they commenced to digging. And those kids, and it was a good sized pool. Their kids, it was three of those kids. They dug that pool. I was like, wow. I guess if my kids wanted a pool and I told them that they had to dig it, they would probably say no, thank you. I don't know. I don't know. My oldest son probably would do it because he likes to work. He really likes to work. He likes physical work. He's just that kid. Um, the other one doesn't like to swim that much, so he probably wouldn't. He was like, if you told him I built him, a weight room, if he had to pour the floor, he'd do that. But a pool, not so much. But yeah, when they told me that they had dug that pool, I was like, wow, that's pretty amazing. And the funny thing about it is it was kind of well known. I mean, like all the people in the town knew that those kids had built that pool. Um, that's pretty funny. But yeah, I'm just not at that place in my life anymore where I want to do that. I, I I can barely the things I want to do. I barely have the energy to do, and I definitely don't have the energy to do things that I don't want to do. um, but I would like to get that done. So yeah, I might have to put that. I have to send a message to the kids to say this is what I want. Although I've already sent them one message for what I wanted. So yeah, I'll send them another. It doesn't matter. They'll have choices. It's like you have choices now. It's like, but yeah. Oh goodness gracious, y'all. Let me get out of here. It's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun. We used to say that when I was in college. um, we're getting there. Getting there. Down the sides. I've done a few more rows. But anyways, I'm gonna call it a night, guys. Thank you guys for being here. Appreciate it. Um, Thank you guys in the bushes for listening in the bushes. Um, I appreciate that as well, and for all of the replay crew, I appreciate y'all too. The replay crew is strong, and I appreciate it. I will see you guys next time. I'm not sure if I'll be on next week or not, but I might be. But if I'll see you next time, and I might try to get out some content this week as well. So, yeah. Y'all have a good evening. See you around these YouTube streets. Bye now.